Statement. Happy we got the win. Proud of our boys, and we knew going into this game was going to take, that we were going to have to function at a high level, because you can see the talent that is on that team. So I have to give a lot of credit to Colorado for getting us to this point, and I think we found something in ourselves, knowing that we had to prepare for them. I think there's some great talent on that team. I think we have some great talent too, but I have to give a lot of credit to Dion, Coach Prime and his staff, and their talented team. And so I think a lot of things just worked out in our favor in all three phases. And we didn't play error-free, but I like the way our guys played. I like the aggressiveness, the physical part of the game. And just looking forward to, we have a lot of young guys still, but I'm just really happy for our seniors, to the things that they've been able to accomplish. So I'm very fortunate to be their coach. And I'm lucky to get to coach this guy, and it's not bad for a wideout, a high school, very talented wideout. He has some nice hands. Should have had 2 picks, but you have to give. I think Shadur's a really, really good quarterback, and I mean an excellent quarterback. I think he's going to have a great career. We had to try to find different ways to confuse him, and we had some extra time to get ready for him, But you can see that he's got a great demeanor about him. His football IQ is special, and I think he's going to have a great career in the NFL. Same thing with Travis Hunter, and they have a lot of guys that will move on to the next level and probably be teammates with this guy in the future. So just looking forward to the momentum that we can gain from this. Obviously, just really happy. Want to celebrate with the seniors, but I think this is a really good step for us, and I'm glad that we were able to get this done. So what questions? You have a statement to make, Zay? No.
Isaiah, you want to move the trophy low so get out of the shadows?
Yeah.
Just put it right in front of me, it'd be fine.
You can put it right there. We'll move Connor down a little bit.
All right, we got another one here. Speaking of seniors, here's one of them. One of spectacular senior, amazing. So, what questions do you guys have for me, Connor, or Zay?
If you raise your hand, the mic holder will come to you. Go far left, please. Thank you.
Go water.
This is for Kalani. Kalani, how motivated was this team to, like at the pep rally earlier this week, you said you're ready to unleash these guys. You got some players too. How motivated were you guys to make a statement in this game?
But it wasn't anything against Colorado. It's just that we knew what we were going against. And I think there's a lot of coaches and a lot of people that have said this is a very talented roster on Colorado's side. Obviously, they've had a lot of success, and you see the things that they're able to do, especially on the offensive side. But I think sometimes you forget that they play a complete game, defense, and they were able to create some turnovers. They did tonight, I think we just had a plan. We just wanted to execute it, and wanted to stay aggressive. I know we made some mistakes, like I said before, but I just like our style of executing in all 3 phases. I think people forget about special teams. It's a big part of our success. And Coach K-Pop, Coach A-Rod, and obviously Coach Hill. Those guys have done an amazing job, and so it's pretty easy for me. I just decide if we go for it or not on 4th down and stuff like that. So. But I'm lucky to work with wonderful men that are great mentors to me and to the players, and more than anything, I'm lucky to be around these guys. I said it before at the banquet that they make me a better person, so I love hanging out with them.
Question middle.
Kalani, you've talked all season about wanting to get that 4 quarters and see what this team could do. How nice was it to see as much? I know you made a couple of miscues, but still that was probably as close as you've gotten this season. How nice was it to see that on the field this last game?
I like the mindset of the entire team, and when I say I like the mindset of the entire team, it's not like I had to give a great speech or anything. The seniors took over, and so it's been them from the very beginning, from the end of last year when those seniors took over and then led us into the Big 12, although it didn't work out the way we wanted it to. We did some really good things, but these seniors were able to build on that. And then they've got the system in place where now they're going to be able to pass it on to the young guys and then the next year's seniors. And so it's a nice cycle of things that are happening. I don't mind it at all. And sometimes as a leader, I just got to step out of the way and let these guys do it.
Can we go middle there, please?
Kalani, you stayed pretty quiet when you guys lost to Kansas since ASU and pretty much dropped out of the college football playoff picture. What would you like to say now about that apparent snubbing, and did you belong in the college football playoff?
I mean, guys, the system is better than it was when there was 4, and better than it was when there was 2. So it is the way that it is now. I don't think that's anything that you can campaign for, but I do know that we know the errors that we made. We're gonna own them. We're gonna try to find ways to get better, and but I don't think you sit there and you complain or can't. For me and for our players, it doesn't help us. We just got to learn from the mistakes that we made and control the stuff that we can control. But the system is way better than it was before. I'm excited to watch these next wave of games, but it just ended up that with a tiebreaker system that we weren't in it. That's okay. I think sometimes life is some disappointments, and you're only left with your reaction. And so our reaction, we turned it into a positive, and I think you saw a lot of what we turned it into tonight. And so there's a lot of really cool things that happened, and then like I said, I got to sit here as these guys led the way. Connor especially, he was an amazing leader. You guys watched what he did when he was hurt and not playing. That guy was an amazing coach, and the way he complimented the work from our guys and from TJ Woods has been amazing. So I'm honored and I'm lucky to be around these young men. You can ask them a question too, guys. They're sitting here.
Question right here in front and then over there.
Connor is one of those seniors that Coach was just talking about. When he says the seniors took over, what does that kind of look like? What does that mean, sort of, from your perspective? How did the senior class kind of take over with this group?
No, I appreciate you asking me a question. I know I'm the only one up here who doesn't have a trophy, so. No, this was well worth it, but I think it started back in January. Not playing in a bowl game, bad taste in your mouth. You want to change that, and that brings a grit and a fire, to our off season, and that's where it began. And I think what this senior class brought in particular was a discipline and a resilience. Because all it is you got to go and do things at a high level every day. You got to do the ordinary better than everybody else. And that's the real challenge. Everyone's going to show up to workouts. Everyone's going to do the same things, right, across the whole country. Everyone has an off-season program. But who's going to make the most of every single day and not just go through the motions? Who's going to do that little bit extra? And that's what we really tried to push the team to do. And they made it really easy. They responded really well. And, we were able to carry that through spring ball, through summer workouts, and then into our season up until now.
Connor, I'm going to piggyback on that one and say, how nice was it for you and for this senior class to see that product today, capping all of that work here in the Alamo Bowl with that performance?
It was awesome. It was awesome. And then the sweetest part was for, like you said, the other seniors, knowing that we could send each other out on a high note, and it's I can't remember the number of 11 win teams in BYU history, but there's how many? 13. And the seniors on this team, most of the seniors have been on 2 of those 13, 11 win teams, and one of them with a Power 5 schedule. The first time in school history to have 11 wins with a Power 5 schedule. Like that's something we can take pride in. And we're proud of that. And and we felt like we needed to make a statement. There was a third of the amount of people in here right now, for the pregame press conference, but football's played on the field, not up on this stage right here, and we wanted to show that. Because Colorado's a good team, especially defensive front. Their nose guard 97, who I went up against most of the game, is a good player. He got me a couple times, and I got him, and it was just good, again, to go and get a win against a quality opponent, too.
Question in the middle first. And there, then back.
Isaiah and then maybe Tyler. Can you guys describe how you basically confused their quarterback so much? It looked like he didn't know where pressure was coming from. What was the game plan to confuse him so much?
Well, honestly, Jay Hill, he came up with a great game plan. We've been game planning for 3 weeks, and I don't know, the big thing for him is just we like to bring the pressure, and I don't know, playing all these different quarterbacks, I feel like you hit him one time, and then he's going to, who's coming this time, who's coming that time, and I feel like we just got to him early, and I don't know, he was just kind of superstitious about who was going to come, so I don't know.
Yeah, oh, sorry, that's a little loud. Yeah, I would say the same thing. Coach Jay Hill just did, I think, an excellent job prepping us for these guys. Kind of learning, how they operate, and then, coming up with a really good game plan to execute. And when you got guys over there like Glasker, balling out, and just, like he said, we had guys flying in from every angle, putting pressure on the quarterback, and I think that's, I don't necessarily envy Shadur in that situation, not knowing where the blitzer's coming from, and so I think a lot of credit to Jay Hill, and just really proud of our defense.
We go here and then Green.
Going off of that for Isaiah and Tyler, I think Gary Anderson said that you guys brought like 17 different looks to them in the first half. Is this as extensive or as much variety as you've had in a game plan all year, just with the amount of time you've had to prepare?
Yeah, I would say so. I think looking at our game plans this season, I think this was one of the ones where we definitely were top loaded, especially with a lot of pressures, right? Trying to get him to move, and I think our secondary also did a great job, kind of disguising what we were doing, and so we did have a lot installed, and again, the dudes did a great job of executing everything that we had in.
Yeah, I feel like we had a lot installed, especially just, I don't know, we coming into this game, we knew that Colorado was a big pass team, and so, I don't know, Jay Hill did a great job, and especially the boys up front, just to be able to get to him, and then it just kind of makes everybody's life a little bit easier. But I give a huge shout out to the boys in the secondary, I don't know, just flying around, making plays and stuff, so I don't know, our game plan, Jay Hill got us ready for this game especially, so.
It's not anything new. It's just stuff that we've been running, so that these guys weren't. We just, it's a lot easier when you have guys that understand the game, and these guys do a great job at we can just basically overwhelm them with scheme, because these guys will make it work. I mean, we can go anywhere in the playbook with these young men, and I'm glad that we have a staff with Coach Hill and the rest of the defensive staff that can put that together. It takes all the front, the backers, and the DBs to make it work.
Kalani, this question's for you. What do you want the legacy of this particular team to be? Right here.
What was that question?
For you, for Kalani.
Well, I don't know. I don't think. I'm looking around. I don't know. I don't think I'm not the kind of guy that gives yourself a nickname like a Seinfeld episode. I think people will determine it for us and define it for us. And so I don't think it's my place to make that statement. I just love coaching these kids, these young men that are becoming adults, and these seniors. I'm so proud of them, and I'm just going to keep going back to that. These are the best young men in college football, and I get to coach them.
Two in the front.
For Tyler and Connor, how do you guys want your senior class to be remembered going out with an 11-win season?
Go ahead, Tyler.
I think I hope our teammates just remember, how much we at least tried to invest in this program. I think for me that's really what it comes down to is do the same thing that we've done. We stand on the shoulders of giants that came before us. I've had an opportunity to play with some incredible teammates during my time at BYU that have helped shape and form me, and have helped shape and form the culture. I just want to be remembered as one of those guys that helped, push BYU to be great.
I think, I've been asked this question a lot over the last few weeks, because it's coming to an end. But I think us as captains and as a leadership council, all we were trying to do is be extensions of Kalani and his culture. And when you have a team that's willing to buy into that, it makes being leaders a lot easier, because we've seen both sides of it, where we tried to push the same things in the past and it wasn't received very well by the team, versus this season where guys believed and they bought into the culture. And I think, I think if there's one thing that this team's done throughout the whole season, it's believe. Believe in each other and believe in our culture and what we can accomplish. And powered us through the offseason. It's powered us through the season now. So, kind of like Kalani, I don't want to label it, but I just feel like, his culture of love and learn and believing in each other is what this team embraced. And, hopefully that's not something that's reserved to just the 2024 team. That's something that continues to grow and continues to build, like when these guys take over next year, and they push that culture. And that's how you build a program. It's not how you just have a good football team. It's how you build a program. And Kalani's building that with his culture, and that's all we tried to do this year.
Best coach in the nation.
Best coach.
Thanks, guys. I should leave now. Hey, guys, LJ's quiet and soft-spoken, but you can ask him a question, too. He is the offensive MVP. He's getting away with it. Right now, he doesn't want to answer a question. You're liking it right now, aren't you? Yeah, he keeps leaning back.
Texas native?
Yeah. Someone ask him a question.
to the seniors, I think.
Kalani, that's exactly what I was gonna do, actually. Because LJ, I was curious, both you and Isaiah, what these trophies meant to you, and being able to be recognized for what you guys did for the team tonight.
It's awesome just being able to see our hard work, just being seen, and it's also credit to the 10 other guys that were on the field with me at different times. Without Connor blocking up front, this doesn't happen. Without the defense stopping them, giving us the ball back, this all doesn't happen. So it's just credit to everyone else, everyone who got us ready, and just helped us throughout the game.
Yeah, LJ, this is for you as well. You're the lone Texas native up there, so what does it mean for you to put on a performance like that in your home
Hold on, you
state?
guys skipped the...
Oh, sorry,
sorry. Yeah, go ahead. You had something on the tip of your tongue.
I was just going to
Shut up, Glasker.
piggyback off.
I'm just going to moderate this whole thing.
Yeah, I just want to piggyback off what LJ said. Like, this is cool, but in reality, the main thing we came here for was just to win. And I don't know, I couldn't get this trophy without the other 10 guys on the field, especially the D-line helping bring pressure to where I can get interceptions or, like, I don't know, us hitting gaps and stuff, freeing up so we can get sacks and stuff. So I give a huge shout out to these boys. Like, we worked hard. We worked hard through the summer, and I love our seniors and just them being able to push us. I don't know. I love these boys. So.
Yeah, go ahead.
What was your question again?
You being the Lone Star State native, you being from Texas, what did it mean for you to put on a performance like this in your home state?
Yeah, it was awesome. Last time I came down here, I think I got hurt. So just to come out here and just be able to go out there and just play to the best of my ability, it was just really fun and was just everything I imagined it would be.
This question is for Isaiah and LJ. Kalani said earlier that he felt that you guys found something in yourselves preparing for Colorado. What did you guys find in this prep, and how can you build on it going into the future?
I honestly would just say, like, coming into this game, I feel like we were comfortable. We wasn't really too stressed about really anything, just because our game plan, usually when you're prepared, you're not nervous. So, I don't know, I feel like going into this game, especially seeing Travis Hunter and like Shador and these great players on Colorado, I feel like nobody on our team was really nervous. We just was ready to play. We haven't played in a while, so I don't know. Being able to get back out there on the field, the boys is flying around, and I don't know. We were all excited before the game just to go out there and be able to play again. So.
Yeah, just to piggyback off of what he said, just going out there and competing, understanding that they have great players on the other side of the field, and just knowing that the stage is set for us to go out there and try to show. No one expected us to win or dominate like we did, and just to go out there and really just play and compete. That's all we were trying to do, and that's something I feel like we could carry into next year. Just compete.
Final questions? Can we go, man?
Tyler, you and Connor, both of you guys chose to come back. How fun was it this year, and how much are you glad you made that decision, 12 months ago?
Well, obviously it's been a good one, and felt like there was some unfinished business, and it's just when Tyler and I had never been a part of a losing team at BYU, and just the thought of that being our final time there and that being our legacy there just didn't sit right. And if we're being honest, when you lose games, your NFL stock goes down, right? And so that was a factor too. And obviously, as some things were going on in my position room, that made it difficult. And then, you know, once Coach Woods was brought in, and I sat down with Kalani and him, and we went over the plan for this next season, I felt confident that it was the right move for me. And it's just been confirmation after confirmation all season long that this was the right move and that good things were going to happen, you know, all the way up until even last night when, you know, me and my boys beat Terminus on zombies. I was like, we're going to go play good today. But Coach, I finished all my film work beforehand, I promise. And I went to bed on time.
You gotta keep it balanced. I'm okay with it. Yeah,
so
that's all right.
We were here for 4 days. I had to bring my Xbox.
No, that's all right.
Shout out to Ryan Shane, Kelsey B, and Nathan Knight, 24. We beat Terminus last night, so I knew we were going to win today. But I'm just teasing.
Be balanced in life. It's okay. It's okay to admit that you guys are gamers and stuff like that. I just don't understand it enough. I'm back to the
We'll teach you, Coach. We'll teach you.
asteroids and
Kalani's really into board games.
That's true. But no, confirmation after confirmation all season long that this is, because it was a hard decision, it really was, to either leave for the NFL or enter the portal, and then deciding to come back to BYU. But all year long, it's been confirmations from my teammates, from my coaches, from God, that this was the right decision for me, and it's been everything I could have hoped.
Yeah, I'll follow up with that. You know, I'm eternally grateful to Coach Kalani and Coach Tuyaki for the opportunity to come play at BYU. It's been the opportunity of a lifetime, and to end like this has been huge. You know, follow up with what Connor said. Sitting here a year ago, you know, after losing our final game, you know, there's a lot of unfinished business. You know what I mean? There was that same sentiment of, you know, what's going to be your legacy at BYU? You know what I mean? How do you want to go out and having a say in it? You know, being able to come back for another year was a huge blessing. Having that extra year eligibility, and so honestly, you know, once I put everything out on the table, it was a fairly easy decision. You know, we have unfinished business, and I wanted to make sure that, you know, we could display the ability of our team, and I feel like this year we have, and so it's been an absolute success.
Gentlemen, thank you for your time. If we get you to pose for a final picture so we can memorize this time in San Antonio.
Stand up and sit.